Greetings, I'm Ms. Kingsley, and this video is for 3rd grade, and I'm going over Mountain Math problems number 13 through 16. As before, the idea is that you do these problems first, and then you watch me do them. If you need to, pause the video, figure it out on your own, and then come back to me. This is also a long set, so if you need a break, also, you could pause the video and come back. But here, let's get started. All right, number 13 is showing us a data chart. This particular kind of, the way this data is displayed is called a frequency table. So I'm just gonna write this up here so to remind you of that vocabulary, frequency table. And let's see what it's about. Favorite food at the fair. Looks like it has tally marks to tell us information about how people felt, was this their favorite food or not. Ice cream, cotton candy, corn dog, popcorn at the bottom. Okay. Then down here it says 1 equals 5 votes. This is one tally mark. So I would call this a key, which normally that might be written in, so I'm going to write it in since it's not there. And it asks, how many more votes did the favorite food get than the least favorite food? Write the answer and then write a question using the data from the graph. Okay, this is a little complicated in that one tally mark is not equal to 1 vote, it's equal to 5 votes. So first let's count up the tally marks and see what we have. So we have 5, 10, plus 4 is 14 tally marks right here. And on our next one for cotton candy, we have 5, 6, 7, 8 tally marks. On our next one, we have 5, 10 tally marks. And on our last one, we have 5, 6, 7 tally marks. Okay, so it's saying how many votes did the favorite food get? How many more votes did the favorite food get than the least favorite food? So let's go to our highest number and our smallest number. So this is our most favorite, and this is our least favorite down here. But it's not so easy as just comparing 14 to 7 because each tally mark counts for 5 votes. So we need to do a little multiplication here to see how many votes does 14 tally marks count as. So we have to take 14 and multiply it times 5 because it's 5 votes for each tally mark. So we go ahead and do this math. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5. 6, 7, 70. Now we need to do it again for the 7. So we have 7 times 5, and that's one of our basic facts, which is 35. So now we can compare our how many more votes is 70 than 35. So when it asks you how many more votes is this than that, that's a difference question. So we are going to pick which operation. Say it out loud. Did you get it? It's subtraction. 70, take away 35 to find out what is, how many more votes did corn dogs get than popcorn. So we have a regrouping problem here because we can't take 5 away from 0. So we're going to go next door, knock on the door, borrow 1. And now we have 10 take away 5 is 5, 6 take away 3 is 3. So our answer down here is going to be 35. 35 what? What are we talking about? What's our question? How many more votes did the favorite food get than the least favorite food? So that's right, it's 35 votes. All right, so now it wants you to write a question using data from the chart. I'm just going to start it for you, and then you need to think up your own question and see if you can answer it. So it would start with how many, could be more, could be anything, how much. So figure out a question, write it down, and see if you can figure out the answer. But don't forget, 1 tally mark equals 5 votes. Okay, let's move on to number 14. Okay, find the area and perimeter, and I would say of the shaded figure here, to be clear, and that is this. So our area is in square units. And perimeter is length around an object. Okay, so we need to really look at this and figure out what we can learn here. So I'm going to just show you one square unit here. This would be one of these dark squares. And I want you to understand that the area, this is one square unit in area. And that means this whole space inside is one square unit. In length, 1 unit is just the length of the side of this square. So this is 1 unit. Overall, this is 1 square unit when we count everything all together in the middle. Okay? So in this kind of area and perimeter problem, we actually use the picture to count. So first, to get area, we're going to count the squares. So go ahead and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our area is 8 square units. And I always like to label, not just put the number 8. So we make sure we know what we're talking about. Okay, on perimeter, this is a little trickier. We're going to have to measure the length around this shape. So we're going to start in one place, move around this object as if it was a funny shaped yard, okay? So let's see if we can count together, because it's tricky when there's an indentation because you might forget to do that part. So let's start in this corner and get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last one, 14. So you just follow the shape around, making sure that you don't skip any of the areas, and our perimeter would be 14 units. Whew, that was a little hard. Let's keep going on to 15. Okay. Oh, good. This is an easier one. Okay. Jane's pool measured 10 meters by 10 meters. What is the area of the swimming pool? Well, you know, Miss Kingsley always likes you to draw your problems. So I'm going to draw this swimming pool, and it is 10 meters by 10 meters, meaning my length and my width are both 10 meters. So our equation for area is length times width. In this case, our area is equal to 10 meters times 10 meters is equal to, what's 10 times 10? Say it out loud. Yes, 100. 100 what? 100 meters squared, or we could say 100 square meters. So we're talking about all of this space inside here is our area. Okay, great. Let's go on to number 16. Okay, here we go. Last one. Okay, they give us a shape, and they want the name of the shape, and we have to decide, is it a flat 2D shape or a solid 3D shape? Well, remember when we did the cone, something that has 3 dimensions is an object that sits above the paper in reality, and a 2D object, 2-dimension, means it's flat. It lays on a flat plane like a piece of paper. So this is flat, okay? Now, we need to count the number of surfaces. In this case, it's easy, just 1. Now we're going to count the number of sides, and that's going to help us know the name of it. So we're going to start at one point, and this is one side right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Okay? And I could label them if I wanted to up here. that helps you. You want to make sure you don't skip any. So in geometry, you have to be very precise. Okay. Angles is a little more difficult. Angles are something we're just beginning to learn. So an angle is, if I draw just an angle between two segments, it might look like this. This is my angle. We have a special way of measuring it. It could also be in this orientation, and that is my angle. So watch where the angles are on this flat shape. They're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 angles and 8 sides. And this shape is called, you know what it is? Say it out loud. It is an octagon. I tell my kids that what might help them remember that is think about an octopus. An octopus has 8 legs. An octagon is a polygon that has 8 sides. Okay, you made it. That was a little bit of a longer and more difficult set of mountain math problems, but that's it for today, and hope this was helpful. See you next time. Bye.